It makes me sad that my family hates me and they turn their back on me, especially since my mom died. And I'm not a criminal. I've never done drugs or sold drugs or been violent. I've done some things that were kind of out of the box. One time, I was supposed to go to my sister's farm, and I got it in my mind somebody could go and kill them. I said, they don't even lock their doors. It's really scary in the world today with drug dealers. And so I went early in the morning, and I opened the door, and I went in, and there was $200 just sitting on the countertop. And so I took $100 and I left. And I was trying to prove to them that they're not as safe in their sheltered, the sheltered world. See, the mile long driveway, you would think you would be safe because nobody knows you're there. But I think with GPS, people can find you. So I was just worried about them. But she didn't really get it, and I paid her back. And she's like assaulted me and battered. One time I was talking about my boyfriends that I dated, and I was not feeling so well. My tummy was hurting, and my mom, who was dying of cancer, put out a spread of food, and I couldn't eat it. And so, because of my pain in my tummy, I was like, well, one of my boyfriends was on heroin, and my ex-husband's an alcoholic. And Hillary screamed because she can't control that. And then my sister walked over, and she clasped my wrist so hard it bruised them. And then everybody got mad at me. And my son goes, Mom, you probably shouldn't have said that. Because he's better psychologically than some people that. But what I feel the issue is in a box, you can control pretty much everything. But the momentum of World Preschool describes situations that they've never seen or been able to experience or they shy from, like inner city black neighborhoods. So there also the pandemic, I don't know, it's separating. My sister bought another house in Lynchburg because she was isolated and her husband doesn't spend a lot of time with her. So she's got my daughter to keep her company. But she turns it around and says because I'm crazy or bipolar, I can't come to family dinners. That's very painful. And so I think it's maybe more of her problem than my problem because, my family was fucked up pretty bad. My mom was agoraphobic, and my dad has never gotten treatment for bipolar 2, so he just kind of hides out, but he explodes sometimes, and he has hypomania, depression, and there's just no way to get him help. I mean, he's 80, but still, when you're mentally ill, the one thing you do is you don't want to be diagnosed by anybody. And because it's scary, it's a brain illness, but it does run in my family. And I would say my sister, her control issues have caused her arthritis. And we grew up in a crazy house. I mean, my mom was agoraphobic. My dad was always gone with bipolar. They always said how tough money was, but we lived pretty well considering some of the people in the projects. And plus they had college education. So the lifestyle, even though it wasn't lucrative to the point that we had private airplanes, it was okay. And my dad didn't drink much. He would only have, every once in a while, have a beer. My mom drank more. But she was a good lady. But she was very hands-on with slapping me when I was outside the box that she felt comfortable with. And my dad didn't do that. So that was good. There was good and bad. But I just really feel like they don't investigate. They're going to tell my kids I'm crazy and that they don't visit me at the hospital. They won't go to therapy. They don't even call or ever talk to me. And yet they're judging me. It's kind of like you're a black boy, you're going to be a criminal. That's not right. You have to take people as individuals, despite a diagnosis across. If you're diabetic, you're diabetic. If you're bipolar, you're bipolar. But it doesn't mean that everybody's the same. Thank you.